Penguin Audio presents I Said Yes to Everything, written by Lee Grant, read by Lee Grant and Orlagh Cassidy. Overture. Once, when I was little, I dreamed that I could fly. I dreamed that when I breathed in, I flew upward, weightless, above the heads of all the children in the granite playground. When I breathed in, I went up, up, up. When I breathed out, I could swoop down and touch the tops of their heads. I swirled gracefully in the air in my brown winter coat with a velvet collar from Depennis. I woke up so excited that I threw off my blanket and ran from my bed to the window in my bedroom. I threw the window open and climbed onto the radiator cover. The birds were flying outside. I would join them. I spread my arms, and from the 7th floor, I saw the sparrows swooping towards the concrete below. Suddenly, I saw myself smashing beside them. It shocked me, and I was afraid of myself and how easily I could fool myself into disaster. I climbed down from the radiator. My mother opened the door. "Who opened the window?" she said. "It's cold in here." I've experienced that sense of exaltation and intensity in my life many times. In adolescence, when the boys made my heart pound. In acting, when I jumped without a net and flew and turned and believed for a few hours that I was inhabiting another's life and experienced new joy and pain. I felt safe in flight, in love, in sex, and with those who flew with me. I've also jumped and died. Not once, but many times, unwisely and impetuously. I flew into fame as a very young Broadway actress, then jumped through my first husband into the Communist Party, only to find myself blacklisted for 12 years. I've reinvented myself many times over, picked up my broken wings and flapped till I could hop around again. I'm flying again now in my bedroom. Writing, looking out my window. I had no idea until I began putting pen to paper that so many memories were inside me waiting to be rediscovered. I'm very lucky. I may even come to know myself. My family. My mother's job was to mold me into her American dream. Didn't young Whittier from Odessa expose the child in her belly to every art museum in New York City every day that she could carry me on her long legs? The magic of transformation was real in her young life. The Jewish child hunted in her cellar by Goyim on horseback was transplanted to a new land where anything was possible if you made it happen, and she wanted to make it happen for her daughter. Whittier was determined to plunge her hands into my baby fat and mold me into a superior, beautiful being who would either marry rich or rise above all others in the arts, ballet, theater. There was no question about it. My father was born in the Bronx, the youngest son of Polish Orthodox Jewish immigrants. His brother and sister were ambitious. His brother, Aaron, and sister Anne were show business lawyers. My father, Abraham, was the good son, the good man. He graduated from Columbia, where he had studied economics with John Dewey and was on the wrestling team. He kept a neat, tight, muscular body all his life. He bent his head over the radio every Saturday afternoon to listen to the Metropolitan Opera. He loved coloraturas. My father was the director of the Young Men's and Young Women's Hebrew Association of the Bronx. It was a position of great responsibility, great dignity. He was the moral compass of the family. My grandfather went to shul every day. His tiny wife, Ida, kept an Orthodox home. They lived in a clean, old apartment on College Avenue in the Bronx. Their children must have supported them because my grandfather never left the shul for his hardware store. But they and America raised smart, goal-oriented...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?